How's it going, everyone? Got a lot to go over in this video. Of course, you guys probably have heard about it by now, but a major free update and DLC will be dropping tomorrow for a little game called Elden Ring, the Colosseum update, which had been leaked previously, and the rumblings were there for a while. That will be dropping tomorrow. We'll talk all about that as a new trailer for that has dropped. God of War Ragnarok has gotten its photo mode update. That is, of course, also available for free. And we have a bit of an update on Monster Hunter Rise that will be a little bit disappointing to some of you guys. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. Of course, the game is coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 early next year. But first of all, publisher Bandai Namco and developer From Software have announced the free Colosseum update for Elden Ring. It will launch on December the 7th. They, on top of that, have dropped a very brief trailer. It's about a minute long, showcasing some of the gameplay from the update. Obviously, looking pretty good. The trailer description reads, "Come forth, warriors, and bask in the glory of the Colosseum. The Colosseums of Limgrave, Lendel, and Khalid will open their gates, allowing players to engage in battles such as duels, free-for-alls, and team fights. Prove your worth in the free Colosseum update." I know a lot of you guys recently just picked up Elden Ring, given that the game was significantly discounted during Black Friday, and I think a lot of you guys were a little bit surprised with how much the game was discounted. I thought it would get around to the $35 range, but you know, good on you guys for those of you that did pick it up. Elden Ring, obviously a game that I know a ton of you guys also just picked it up at launch, but you've been waiting for more content to roll out. I think it was a foregone conclusion that more content would eventually be coming, but Colosseum update being free, that's pretty cool to see. And again, it will be dropping tomorrow. They're not wasting any time with this one. Elden Ring is a game that, objectively speaking, I know it's one of the best games of the year. I know a lot of people are going to give it Game of the Year. I'm not a big Souls-like guy, but even for me, I was blown away by Elden Ring. From a world design standpoint, I thought the exploration was tremendous. Those are the elements of Elden Ring that I really enjoy. You know, I'm going to get whooped in a Souls-like game usually, but even I, as bad as I am, I can figure these games out, and after a little bit of rage, you know, it is what it is, and you can figure it out. Like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not the type of person that's gonna go to, like, New Game Plus 6 or anything like that, but I'll enjoy my time with my Souls-like titles, and, you know, after that, I'll kind of move on. But definitely something I know a lot of people are gonna jump back into. For me, probably not the time to do so, because there's so many games to play, but, you know, extending the experience of Elden Ring, which is already a game that, while it came out on February, I know people that are still playing it here in early December, and that number is only gonna amplify as Elden Ring does get this free Colosseum update. So cool to see that. Again, the game is available on pretty much every platform outside of the Switch, PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, X1, PC. Dropped back in February of this year. So yeah, you can go check that out now, and then the Colosseum, the free update, will be available tomorrow. Speaking of free updates, God of War Ragnarok has gotten its much-wanted photo mode update. Pretty much every first-party PlayStation game gets a photo mode update. An overview of the features have been noted by the PlayStation blog. The photo mode features include apply expressions to characters in a scene, hide main or side characters in a scene, adjust camera controls with field of view, focal length, camera roll, adjust shutter controls with depth of field, focus distance, f-stop, adjust brightness and filters with film grain, exposure, filter intensity with finer controls for vibrance and saturation, apply vignettes, borders, and logos, and then they have some tips noted as well. Adjust the filter intensity, vibrance, and saturation on your desired filter for a wider range of color. Be sure to add a vignette when appropriate to give your shot more depth. Don't be afraid to roll the camera a little bit, especially when shooting combat. It can make your screenshots feel more dynamic and less like the camera is always shooting from a fixed horizontal position. If you'd like to take vertical shots, you can roll the camera 90 degrees to give yourself the much needed headroom. Remember, lighting is everything. Your screenshots will really pop if the subject of your shot is properly lit. Know where your light source is when entering photo mode to give your subject proper visibility, and take your time looking for a shot you're happy with. A lot of times you can enter photo mode thinking of taking specific shot only to find something else better during the moment. Explore it with the camera and move about the scene and see what jumps at you. Ragnarok is of course available on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. From what I've heard, the PlayStation 4 version runs fine. Like, if you played God of War 2018 on the PS4, you can play Ragnarok no problem. And I had friends play through the entirety of Ragnarok just because they're more like casual guys as far as gaming goes, and they don't even check. They have PlayStation 5s, but they don't even check the game's like different performance options, so they just go into it with the default settings. So like, whatever. I guess, you know, everybody's seemingly really enjoying this game. God of War Ragnarok, I imagine it's gonna win Game of the Year at the Game Awards. I guess it's gonna come down to Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, right? Like, those are the two games. I don't really know what other games would be at that level. As far as like mainstream appeal, I feel like those are the two games that most people are gonna be considering game of the year. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. God of War Ragnarok personally isn't my game of the year. I know that people are gonna be shocked by that. But I really enjoyed the game, and again, like Elden Ring, like objectively, God of War Ragnarok is a really, really solid game. It just didn't click with me as much as I think a lot of other people really enjoyed it. Like, I talked to some friends about it, and they all loved God of War Ragnarok. Like, they completed it really quickly. One of my boys is a teacher and literally used substitution days to play God of War Ragnarok, and I was like, bro, you are down bad for this game. But this is like literally his favorite franchise. But nonetheless, God of War Ragnarok is a game that a ton of people enjoyed, and I like the game, don't get me wrong. It's just, would I give it a 10 out of 10? Would I say it's my favorite game of the year? Probably not, but what ended up being my favorite game of the year, what's probably gonna end up being my favorite game of the year, is probably not something a lot of other people would consider their favorite game of the year, and hey, that's where subjectivity comes in. But the game visually is super impressive, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna take advantage of the photo mode, and I'm sure on social media there's gonna be an abundance of really cool pictures that are gonna be out there. Horizon Forbidden West, that photo mode, like, people made some crazy pictures with that photo mode as well, so I imagine the same with Ragnarok, so that is available now. And then lastly, I do want to note, Gamatsu noted over on Twitter, Capcom has confirmed to Gamatsu that Monster Hunter Rise for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, and Xbox One will be digital only. No physical editions are planned, so that is going to be kind of a bummer for those of you guys that do like to get your physical games, but, you know, a delayed release. Like, when did Rise come out? I feel like it's been 2 years, right, since Monster Hunter Rise come out, or by the time that this version drops, it'll be 2 years, so that is a little bit of, you know, a bummer, but again, a 2-year delayed release, digital only. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it'll be about 2 years. It initially came out in March of 2021, but nonetheless, yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer, and I do imagine it's going to be a full $60 release, so you're going to have to pick that up, and then Sunbreak will also be coming out in the spring, so you can be on the lookout for that as well. But that'll be doing it for me. Again, Elden Ring, the Colosseum update will be dropping tomorrow. It will be a completely free update. If you haven't picked up Elden Ring yet, I wouldn't be dropping $60 for it. I imagine it's going to go on sale again for like $30, $35 by the end of the year. I mean, the holiday sales are still going to be running, I think, for a little while, and they'll be coming in and out, but just keep your eyes open. I think you'll be able to find a decent deal on it if you have yet to pick it up and you do want to with this free update dropping. God of War Ragnarok, the photo mode update for that has dropped. Don't expect a deal on this, by the way. Like, Ragnarok's not going on sale. I saw a ton of people asking me, like, if I thought Ragnarok was going on sale during Black Friday, and I was like, bro, you guys are crazy if you think this game's going on sale. These Sony titles usually hold up in price for at least like 3 to 4 months, and then they'll go on sale, and even then they'll see small discounts that will, you know, slowly increase in size. But yeah, the photo mode available now. Monster Hunter Rise looking to be available only digitally on PS5 and PS4. That'll be doing it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.